who is the very heart of all sweet, amorous, artful love pastimes. That means all these pastimes cannot happen without Swamini. She is the heart, that means she is the center of all these beautiful, loving pastimes, who causes the limit of astonishment.
One mic more.
Who causes the limit of astonishment. So the Acharyas tell us that in the spiritual world, in the pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna, everything is full of astonishment. And Baba many, many times says, if there is no astonishment, there is no rasa. So this astonishment should also... So, Radha. No. So this astonishment should also, Baba saying, come into the heart of the aspirant. And then he says, Prabhupada Saraswati, who is even ordering the Lord. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is fully independent, but he is even ordered by Swamini. Only she can order him, who is actually fully independent, and Krishna enjoys that. And then he says, of whom goddesses Parvati and Sachi are mere. The word mere means only energies. So she is the fountainhead of all those expansions. She is the original goddess. She is the original Shri. So Prabhupada Saraswati Pat, he says, I only want to serve this Radha. And Baba is saying, as soon as the aspirant has gotten a little taste for Sri Radha's service, his heart does not desire anything else anymore. So we should pray.
Baba, good morning. So about the mic setting, so maybe Andaka put it nice sound about mics. You someone who can check mic volume, then Tarun Baba voice maybe more become nice. And last one is also all the left. Please check volume. It's under make dot.
I can make dot in that one.
Sorry to disturb and thank you so much, Shri Radha.
All points has to black one. All.
Is this better now?
No, but this is
not very close.
Yes. Is this better now?
no.
Radha.
So this loudspeaker, last button should be off all the way to the left. Then this echo will not come. Last button all the way to the left.
Radha. Last.
Croatian talking. Ananta is
Ananta. Zadnji gumb, sve prema desni gumb.
Da.
Desni potenciometar staviš skroz na lijevo. Skroz na lijevo, tamo gdje ti je crna točka.
Radha. Much better.
Okay.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Good.
I think this is better, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Antaka.
Radha.
Thank you so much, Radha.
Thank you, Kishore.
Radha.
So Baba is saying that a little taste should enter the heart of the aspirant, and that we all should pray for. That this little taste, Gurudev is always saying, this little taste should come into our heart, and it should grow and grow and grow. And then Baba is saying, quoting the verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, because if we don't get this taste for bhajan, the taste will go to the material attachments. And Baba is saying these illusions will become prisons and will become chains. So if we don't focus our attachment to the lotus feet of Swamini, it will automatically go to the attachment of material desires. We cannot come out of this.
Because if the goal is not Swamini, not right, there is no goal Swamini, then something goal come, na? See like this, not technically. If I have no goal in my life, then I have many goals. So I have no goal, many goals. Who said not goal? Give to him, give to him. Many goals. Where the many goals are there? In spiritual life, only one goal. Material life, many goals. I have to check myself where I exist. I want searching for many goals or one goal. Both cannot eat together. You have to eat one by one in your mouth. We want to eat together both things is not possible. If you want peaceful life, a spiritual life, then you have to come to one goal. And if you have 100 goals, then this body is very good to Dharam Kshetra, Kurukshetra. So fighting, we have to fight with this battlefield, with material. Yeah.
In this verse, Shripad sees Sri Radha as the regal queen of Sri Krishna.
Has to begin.
Pata means throne, and Pata Mahishi could therefore mean Krishna's queen Rukmini, who was officially married with Krishna and crowned as his queen, qualified to occupy the royal throne. Shripad, however, calls this queen Premnasan, the queen, brilliant, loving queen of the sweet, brilliant, loving queen of Vrindavan. The extramarital mood has more flavor and joy and does not reside anywhere else but in Vraj.
Extramarital. What is meaning of Parakya? If it is not secret, then how we will get chance to be anointed? Goloka, there is no anointed. Why? You are a married couple. You need one private assistant in your bedroom. Because you are legally married. So that to understand, this is Mahaprabhu mercy. He opened the fact that they do this to get the Kripa Sadhya. How we can be realized by mercy to understand. Sadhan Sadhya Nitya Siddhas, Sadhan Siddhas are there. Nitya Siddhas are Sakhis. Laita Visakha. Sadhan Siddhas, all Rishi, Maharshis, Munis become Gopi. What is the meaning of Kripa? Kripa by grace, without no efforts. How it happens? By mercy of Guru Kripa, who navigate me to Ishtadev. Gurudev, show me Ishtadev, follow this, and I am not ready to do that. This is not a parampara. We want to break this parampara. Like see now, Prabhupada make one parampara, and the Western followers, they don't believe and they make Western parampara. This is the Western mind. They want to create something new. Because they don't like to realize what is the important. Every place I listen, that soul is important, and we don't want to live in that way. When I will live in soul, Maria Magdalena said, you are with Savior. Gospel of Maria Magdalena. The moment what is sin, that I forget my soul. This is the sin. So we are not sinner, we forget them. And why we want to identify our sarup and relation, that I bind myself in relation and in connection, that I want to forget, I cannot forget after I am more sinner. Or not? If you want to forget. We have to improve ourselves. Who has no Manjari Sarup, they do no problem, but we do is a very offense. Please try to understand. It generally go direct to the Guru, because Manjari Sarup everyone not get, only by high Kripa. Please, everyone has to be serious for that. One point. If you get it, you can save your Guru or you can kill your Guru. If I will not practice, he will die. Or he will take the offense because he gave this. Because I am breaking my parampara. What Gurudev gave to follow, I don't want to do that. You want to give so big kripa and we don't want to do. 100, he make it 1. And I want to run for 100. Please try to change. Please. Serious subject. If you take the philosophy, it will not serious. If you realize this point, what is teaching to us, it is very serious. This is teaching for myself. You're teaching for yourself. You're teaching for yourself. You realize you will improve. You not realize you will never improve. Wow.
Although the gopis are officially married with cowherders, they always yearn for sexual union with Krishna. These ever-adolescent girls are called Parakshiyanikyas, marital heroines. The goddess Yogamaya is able to make the impossible possible. She has arranged for this unreal marriage with the cowherders to create some extra difficulties for the heroines in meeting Krishna. Without these obstacles, they could not reach the stage of Mahabhav. Sri Jiva Goswami writes in his Lokanarokani commentary on this verse, to accept the greatest misery for the sake of Krishna's pleasure, and to consider that suffering to be blissful is called raga. For a chaste wife, it is easier to jump into the fire and embrace death than to fall from the path of chastity and morality. But for the beautiful girls of Raj, it is very easy to give up these vows of chastity for Krishna's sake. And so their love has reached the stage of Mahabhav. This stage is unattainable for Rukmini and the other enthroned queens of Krishna in Dwaraka. In the Padma Purana, it is stated that Krishna, being pleased with Radhika's matchless sweetness, made her the queen of Vrindavan. Following Srila Rupa Goswami, who described this pastime in his one-act play, Dana Keli Kaumudi, his Radhastakam, in the verse, and in his 108 names of Radhika. Radha Krishnavana Dastisha. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami briefly described it in his Mukta Charitra Brajvilas Dava, verse 61, and Vilap Kusumanjali, verse 87. And later, Sri Rupa Goswami, not being fully satisfied yet, ordered Sri Jiva Goswami to write a big poetry book about it, named Madhava Mahotsava. Ein bisschen erklären.
So here Baba is saying that this secret marriage, which is not a real marriage, because a real marriage only takes place in Dwaraka, but Krishna, he made Swamini the queen of Vrindavan because this is her kingdom of love. It is her own kingdom, and Krishna, as a symbol of that, made her the queen of Vrindavan. But this is not an official marriage like Rukmini in Dwaraka. And Rupa Goswami Party ordered Raghunath Das Goswami and Jiva Goswami to write about this secret festival making Radhika the Queen of Vrindavan in different verses and different little booklets. And then Jiva Goswami wrote a big book like Madhav Mahotsav about this wonderful ceremony, which nobody knew and nobody could have entered into except for those who are very, very confidential with Swamini and Krishna. This is the end Gurudev of verse 79. Next one, yes.
So we read verse 80. Anyone who gives up the service of Sri Radha.
So the point is this, the first paragraph. What was the beginning?
As soon as the aspirant has gotten a little taste for Sri Radha's service, his heart does not desire anything else anymore.
Other thing, no interest. Even Jiva Goswami book, nobody read. Because it's not up his line. Many deep things, there's no meaning. It's not Radha Mahotsav. Madha Mahotsav, what is the interest? What a merciful. Baba is so special. He gives affection also, but at the same time he gives the good.
Just put it low close.
If you have this good, no interest in others. You will never deviate others.
Because it has taste now.
Yes. How you will go without tasting? I will not taste some Krishna. Why I will not go? Before Krishna was tasteful and running, but I realized that Radhika is more. Without that, there is no Rasa. Why I will run for Krishna? After that, sometime I will know that Manjari is very tasteful. Why I will bother for other things? I will practice my Manjari. That I will always be practicing. This test. And this is not you are not progressing. Our test is changing. Our test was Radha Nishta. Then why Vilap Kusumanjalika? Is a Manjari Nishta. Means Radha is not important. And first is Radha important. Then Manjari Bhav is important to be Radha. So this Radha Sudhanidhi, this Radha is important to prove. We have to know the goal. Other thing is only testing Baba. You see, you will see. Where is my disciples moving? Followers are with understanding. Where they are tested. One day will come that your Manjari Bhav is more important than Radha. Why? She is your Ishtadev. Then I know my Sarup will not come without my Sarup. My Ishta will not come without my Sarup. So my Sarup is important than Ishtadev. This things.
Anyone who gives up the service of Sri Radha, desiring Govinda's personal company,
This is what you said just now is coming.
Then he gives the story of personal preference.
is like someone who wants to enjoy the full moon without the full moon night. And anyone who does not know that Radha is the seat of Shyam's pleasure is like someone who only gets a drop of the great ocean of nectar that is available to him.
Understand?
Very similar to the one Raghunath Das Goswami is giving in Vilapa Kusumanjali. Anyone who worships Krishna without Radhika, he will not take association.
This is only Radhanism.
Yes.
That is Manjarinism. So Raghunath Das Goswami will come, only his teaching is Manjarinism. And here, Prabodhananda Saraswati is teaching Radha Nishta, is Anandas Babaji Mercy, he enter Manjari Bhav. This is our mercy. It is not practical. But he entered there. That practice starts from now. You see, Radha Sudhanidhi. Prabodhananda Saraswati was Saki. With Saki.
Tungavidya.
I know Manjari. Saki Manjari. Anang Manjari what? It's Saki Manjari. Not Rupa Anuga. They can check. They cannot teach. Go on.
The birthplace of love for Krishna.
No. Change different. Different.
That's now the commentary of the verse.
18.
Yeah. Of the verse, anyone who gives up the service of Sri Radha. The Lord is subdued by devotion. That is his nature. The Siddhanta Ratna states, God is certainly controlled by devotion. As a bee is caught by the lotus whirl, and a romantic youngster is captured by a romantic young girl. This is said by the Shruti and Smriti scriptures. The Lord is mostly captured by the sweet love of the people of Raj. Srila Bilva Mangala Thakur said to Sri Krishna, "Oh Krishna, you play in the mud on the yards of the cowherders, but you are hesitant to appear on the pure sacrificial altars of the noble Brahmanas. You cry out when you hear the mooing of the cows and bulls of Raj. But when the great sages offers hundreds of reverential prayers to you, you remain silent. You become the servant of the cowherd girls in Raj, while you don't even want to be the master of the austere ascetics. O Krishna, thus I know that your lotus feet can only be attained by ecstatic love. Sri Radhika is the greatest devotee of Raj. So it is needless to say that to desire Govinda's company without her is like desiring the full moon without the full moon night. Why is Krishna, after all, called Govinda? Because all of his senses are pleasured by Sri Radhika. Sri Krishna personally tells her, "Oh Kalyani, beautiful auspicious girl, your lips defeat the redness of bimba cherries, and the sweetness and the fragrance of nectar. Your face is more fragrant than the lotus flower. Your voice is sweeter than that of the cuckoos, and your limbs are cooler than sandalwood pulp. Your body is the vessel of all beauty. In this way, O Radhe, my senses are always gladdened by relishing your sweetness." Therefore, the best way to make Krishna relish this sweetness is to serve Sri Radha. Those who were so fortunate to relish Krishna's upswelling beauty by serving Sri Radha have understood that it is completely useless trying to relish it by giving up the service. All the different items of spiritual practice performed in Vrindavan
Wash the bucket clean. Throw the water.
by a Rasika devotee are useless unless he sees Sri Radha lovingly entwining the dark tamal tree Shyamasundara like a golden vine that bears fresh sprouts and leaves in the form of her girlfriends and maidservants.
Read it.
Wow, very heavy and deep, very deep.
From where? Just the last sentence or the paragraph? Therefore, the best way to make Krishna relish this sweetness is to serve Sri Radha. Those
This is why many are Krishna devotees. Baba wants to purify Krishna to bring Radha. It's not written by Prabhupada. It's the mercy of Ananda.
Once that we are studying deeply
He is Radha's Nishtha. And Radha Nishtha will not come. He will not understand Ananda's Prabhu. He is not in Radha's Sudhanidhi, Prabodhana Saraswati book. I see the book, that book. I will say in English, I can bring here. This is the Baba Mercy. He explained first to Krishna why Krishna is important. And for Krishna, what is important? If you love Krishna, you will think like that. If you have no love for Krishna, you see like a God, you will never think like that. Understand? Two things. I see like a God to you, why I will follow for you? Why have an impersonal relation? When you have a personal relation with Krishna, then I have to know what is his desire, what he likes. Then is meaning of understanding of someone. This is the mercy of Ananda's Baba.
Those who were so fortunate to relish Krishna's upswelling beauty by serving Sri Radha have understood that it is completely useless trying to relish it by giving up that service. All the different items of spiritual practice performed in Vrindavan by a Rasika devotee are useless unless he sees Sri Radha lovingly entwining the dark tamal tree Shyama Sundar.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not any place to find it. This is the gift of Ananda.
Many years research for this because my heart was dry after so many years of practicing like bhakti. And I'm so grateful that I say that research is so many years. My experience that my heart is so dry. So dry.
Down.
Little bit more.
Yeah, it's so dry because I practice in white bhakti so many years. I always feel something missing. When I read Bhagavad Gita, I learn the shlokas, and on the shloka, what is most important in my life, and I always try to repeat is Tesham Sakta Taishtavam, Bhajanam Priti Purvakam, Radhami Buddhi Yogakam, Didayam Jayante. And when I meet you, my dear Gurudev, when you say this 10 times most important verse in Bhagavad Gita, I feel that I find finally answers to my dry heart.
Prabhupada.
Yes. But I read all Bhagavad Gita, I try to find, but only 10 is key for my heart. Can you give me permission that I go in this word?
Very important.
Yes.
There are three things. Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada says, page 4, 10, 15. Krishna cannot understand himself without his energy. He cannot know himself. If I know the energy, I will understand. And last line of Prabhupada, we will be never normal. Normal means abnormal, we are abnormal. Prabhupada says you cannot be normal without taking shelter of pleasure-giving.
Very clear. Very clear.
See, whole Bhagavad Gita, these are the nutshells. First, Prabhupada writes in page 4, I say you, parampara. Who is the offensive? Who breaks the parampara? What Gurudev gives me, I change my line. I want to make a modern line, like a chairperson after Prabhupada. They break the parampara. What Prabhupada want to say, they not say to us. Nobody say about relation. Where to develop relation, they say follow to me. I develop relation with me. Guru is the goal. Prabhupada show me any place, he said, I am the goal. He said, Krishna is the goal. Make a relation with Krishna. This is the parampara. Teaching to Arjuna.
In all these years, we have been in ISKCON, all these 15 years or something, or 10 years, we never heard anyone say we have to develop a deep relationship. 100%. Never.
No Ishtanista.
Never.
No Ishtanista. Ishtanista. Who is my goal?
Yes.
Guru is my goal. It's a crazy idea. Mayavad. Prabhupada, please give, and they start Mayavad. You can see that.
Prabhupada wants to leave Gurudev. When he heard that they worship him like that, he told them 1971, he said, okay, if you go on like this, I will go back to India.
Because he want to make the chairperson. So he want to make the field for themselves. And then lastly he said, Sarup and Sarup Siddhi. Page 4. What is Sarup? Our Manjari Sarup is Sarup. Jivere Sarup Ahoy. What is Sarup? This Sarup. My spiritual body formed is my Sarup. Jivere Sarup Ahoy. Krishna Nitya Das. Sarup means my spiritual body, not physical, material body. This plastic body. So this Sarup and Sarup Siddhi, perfection is the goal. Even Prabhupada said 10, Krishna is not a goal. No, he said, you read that, I can show you, Krishna is a way of progress. Soul is a way of progress. Super soul to progress. Soul and super soul is a way of progress. If Krishna is the goal, then we need ultimate goal, higher goal. Why Krishna is the goal, then why ultimate goal? Because he is not a goal. Very clearly Prabhupada said, then they say is Sakha.
May I accept something?
Yeah.
My experience before, when I asked about my Siddhadeha, was one seminar, a lot of gurus was there in ISKCON, and this question grew in my heart, and I want to ask someone what's going on with this. And I say to my Gurudev, what is Siddhadeha? Is something what I must grow in my heart, or something you give to me? And he said, you will know when you will die.
You will know when you will die.
This is very, very wrong.
I was shocked. I was shocked, really. That
No,
was
no acharyas.
the end of my relation
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
Buddha on Sunday. Because this is the most important question to our life. And
How
he
can
said
you-
me that I must die to know who I am.
How can you die without knowing? You see that? It's ridiculous. No acharya ever said anything like that.
Yes,
Never.
and also, here some shlokas said to me, but I don't listen with shloka because that was so depressed for me. Really.
We are so happy that we are in the shelter of you, Gurudev and Baba, who explained this to us.
Baba is not my Gurudev, but he is my Siksha Guru. He is guiding me every moment what my Gurudev teach me. And I am very thankful to him by his books. I took the shelter of his book and I don't want to listen other. I read Bhagavad Gita or Radha Sudhanidhi or Vikas listening. If somebody asks, I share. But he's teaching for me, not I am teaching you. Never forget this. Then you are not teacher. You are not reader. You say Baba is teaching to me. Where I am, check yourself in thermometer, how much fever you have or not. You are right way or wrong way. This book is for thermometer check. How much temperature is there? How much greed is there or not greed?
This book is gift.
Simple.
All the different items of spiritual practice performed in Vrindavan by a Rasika devotee are useless unless he sees Sri Radha lovingly entwining the dark Tamal tree Shyamasundar like a golden vine that bears fresh sprouts and leaves in form of her girlfriends and maidservants. Why?
See, listen this. Again.
All the different items of spiritual practice performed in Vrindavan,
In Vrindavan, not out of Vrindavan.
even in Vrindavan,
This was born Vrindavan. And this Vrindavan can bring us Divya Vrindavan. Without living and practicing is not possible. I will go to Mathura, I can go to Delhi, it's not possible.
but even by practicing without seeing Radha lovingly entwining the dark Tamal tree Shyamasundara, it is useless.
Because when I am not Radhanist,
Yes.
then I will not see Radha and I will not understand what is Tamal tree. Tamal tree can be a Krishna. He's a tree.
And golden creepers around
Radhika.
And the leaves are the maidservants.
And the leaves and buds are the manjaris.
You see this. See, so I see. See?
All the different items of spiritual practice performed in Vrindavan by a Rasika devotee are useless unless he sees Sri Radha lovingly entwining the dark tamal tree Shyamasundar like a golden vine that bears fresh sprouts and leaves in the form of her girlfriends and maidservants.
Understand where you are. You can share. Only moment of realization you can open. This is Radha Mercy. You no need any philosophy. This is the beauty of Radhika.
It's applicable there.
Why? Because Sri Krishna's sweetness is enhanced by the presence of Sri Radhika and the gopis. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami offers the following examples of how Krishna's beauty is enhanced by Radhikas in his Vishakananda Stotram. Sri Radhika, the daughter of Rishabhanu, is the beautiful sun that shines on the lotus flower of Govinda's amorous desires. And she's like the moon that shines on the heart of Krishna. That is like a Kumuda flower. Kumuda flowers thrive on the moonlight. She is the excellent Manasi lake where the swan of Krishna's mind swims. Swans go to this lake once a year to mate. And she is the fresh cloud that keep the Krishna Chataka bird alive. She is a splendid golden Utica flower on the beautiful tamal tree named Krishna. She is a wonderful, steady lightning strike in the fresh rain cloud named Krishna.
So deep in this. Next prayer.
One more. This was the line.
She is wonderful, steady lightning strike in the fresh rain cloud named Krishna.
Like her form is a golden form, and Krishna's form is the form of a fresh rain cloud. And when they are together, it seems like the lightning is mixing with the clouds. So all these bhavs are then mixing.
Yeah. Please begin.
Sri Radhika, the daughter of Rishabhanu, is the beautiful sun that shines on the lotus flower of Govinda's amorous desires. And she is the moon.
Trees and golden papers.
Beautiful.
She is like the moon that shines on the heart of Krishna.
Yeah.
That is like a Kumuda flower. Kumuda flowers thrive on the moonlight. She is the excellent Manasi lake, where the swan of Krishna's mind swim. Swans go to this lake once a year to mate. And she is the fresh cloud that keeps the Krishna Chataka bird alive.
Chataka bird only drinks the water of the rain. So Krishna is waiting when the Radhika will come. The Manchi Ganga, the swan. Swan means mix the milk and water, but she only drink milk. So this is the nature of Krishna. He is only searching for Radhika. No others.
She is a splendid golden Utica flower on the beautiful tamal tree named Krishna. She is wonderful steady lightning strike in the fresh rain cloud named Krishna. In the summer, she is soothing camphor, sandal paste, and moonlight for all of Govinda's limbs. And in the winter, she is a glistening yellow silk garment on Shyama's handsome limbs.
So good, if in the summer she's cooling Krishna and in the winter she is warming Krishna. Wow.
In the spring, she is the sweet form of the vernal goddess of fortune that gladdens the Krishna tree. And in the rainy season, she is the lovely Malara melody that delights Shyam. In the autumn, she selects Rasaika Rashikendra, Krishna, the only king of relishers of the Rasa dance.
Any Krishna devotee, by reading and understanding, did not become Radha devotee. This is the gift of Baba. Any Krishna devotee, by reading, his life beautiful.
Like us.
There is no only one line. Less than Radhika. More for Krishna, less for Radhika.
Yes.
Why this? Baba knows that more Krishna devotee will not understand Radhika without if I know expressed right. This is a must.
It's great. It's so beautiful. It's great.
It is not a Prabodhanand Saraswati. It is Anandas Babaji.
I love the Babaji. He's great. He's so very poetic way. So we can conclude that.
Go more close, loud.
We can conclude that without poetic view, we cannot understand so deeply the relationship between Radha and Mohan.
Yeah. This is the And what is important for Krishna, what is important, and what is important for Radhika. Both is important for each other. For Manjari Bhav, what is important? That man. Avilaputta Manjari can. Here we cannot find. Here little hint is there that how to practice in Manjari Bhav, some place.
To make appetite for Vilapakusamanjali. To make
Baba, he no want to. He opened his religion. He never want to show. He never want to print. And who needs all the get it. Who's mad, they come here to buy the book, not go to Radha. And we have to print it to give them. Because these are the wealth. If these two books are not there, is no understanding is right. And for this, Manasiksha is important. Because this is teaching of mind. He himself says it's a mental religion. What is the meaning of mental religion? Where my mind goes, I follow that religion. Right? I have to check. Who will check my mind? How I can check your mind and how I can check your mind? You have to check your mind, where your mind going and what you want to do. This is mental religion. If you prepare your mind for this, then you can do. If you have a desire in your mind, you can get it. So simple. I was surprised one day. Why he write mental religion? People will, what they will say is a mental religion. My God, they will say it's useless, mental religion. Then I start thinking on this. It's all gave in the mind. He's right. Where my mind goes, I follow that religion.
Mind sometimes for mind sometimes for the feeling of the heart.
Yes.
In this way, we have a direction of the way.
Yes.
Mind will go.
Mind follows. Mind where go, I go. Mind where he's saying, give to him. I am more loud than him. Mind make me to go there. I go. Mind make it me to do. Is the mind who make me up or down. Mind make me out or in. Mind make me to believe or not to practice. Everything is mind business.
No.
When I was preaching, I give this one. When I was sannyasi, I am preaching. Then I see many sannyasi with me traveling and sitting. Then we sit after classes and talk. I said, my dear, I asked one sannyasi, what you're teaching, you never I see you practice in your life. I asked you. He said, this is, we learn is only for others, not for me. Teaching is for others. We want what we like, we do. I said, wow. This is a very good way I understand. I can do like this or what?
Sometimes sannyasi make seminars about grihastashrams.
How to behave in Grihastha.
No, it's not.
What you are teaching, you are not doing. So no. This is not for us, for teaching. So very shocked at you. Why I open this way to this teaching? Keeping honest, we have to honest with ourselves. When I'm honest with everyone.
In the autumn, she selects Rasika Rasikendra Krishna, the only king of relishers of the Rasa dance, as her husband, and enjoys the Rasa dance with him, accompanied by her friends. In the Hemanta season, she wanders around with Prince Krishna to fight amorous battles, in which she assumes the form of Jayashri, the goddess. Once more, I'm sorry. In the Hemanta season, she wanders around with Prince Krishna to fight amorous battles, in which she assumes the form of Jayashri, the goddess of victory, and defeats him in a masculine way, taking the masculine role during lovemaking.
Wow.
Oh, Surasika Babuka Brinda, all the sensitive Rasika devotees. In this way, Sri Radha is the beauty of Krishna's pastimes. From this, we can easily understand how little savor there is in Sri Krishna's company without Sri Radha.
Wow.
Just as it is futile to desire the moonlight in the second or the third night of the light quarter, because there is only a fragment of moonlight available then. So also there is only a fragment of that happiness available from Krishna's sweetness alone, compared to the sweetness of Sri Radha Krishna together. Then again, Shripad says, those who do not know that Radha is the seed of the tidal wave of love for Shyam, has only gotten a drop of the great ocean of nectar he has reached. Sri Radha is the origin of God's pleasure potency, and she infuses all the ecstasy of prema into the hearts of the devotees.
Wow. Very beautiful.
No.
You see here, still I listen Rasika and one place Sripad. But no Madhuri. Up to 3 I listen. Only Rasika and Sripad. And Sripad means to follow Radhika.
It's like Prabhupada is also saying, we cannot realize our form without understanding the pleasure-giving potency, because also Radhika is actually a personification of bhakti. Without Ladani Shakti, bhakti is not possible.
We are not normal first. Prabhupada said we are not normal. We are abnormal. I'm not normal means I'm abnormal. How I can be normal? Not normal, then why I will understand? People not understand, they are not normal. This is the problem. I will be normal, I will not understand. Who will not understand that? Who has no experience of that? Good or bad, but little experience can show us what is the love.
She is indeed the birthplace of love for Krishna. By taking shelter of her, Krishna's sweetness becomes really relishable. And those devotees who worship Krishna without taking shelter of her get only a drop of that nectar. Although they may have arrived at the shore of a great ocean of nectar. Previously, it had been said that those who leave the service of Sri Radha to aspire for Sri Krishna's company are like wanting to know the full moon night without the full moon. Someone may now think, but on the 13th or 14th night of the rising moon, the moon shines just as it is full, doesn't it? To remove such conceptions, he finally says that Sri Krishna's company without Sri Radha is useless. Like tasting only a drop of a great ocean of nectar. Hence, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has written in his Svanivama Nivama Dashakam. even if the greatly opulent Lord of the Yadus, Krishna, would personally invite me to come and to see him in Dwaraka, I will not leave the land of Raj, the eternal, matchless playground of Radha and Krishna, for even a moment, even if I have suffered separations from the divine couple there for ages. But if I hear even with my earlobe that out of loving madness, Radha has gone to Dwaraka, where she is clearly manifest, and where Hari is holding her to his heart, then with a jubilant heart, I will immediately fly from Vraj, faster than even Garuda, who flies with the speed of mind, and blissfully land in Dwaraka. Then Srila Raghunath Das Goswami says, not even for a moment will I go near that impure place, where a proud, hypocrite worships Govinda alone, without worshipping his most expert lover, Sri Gandharva Radhika, whose glories are sung by the Vedic scriptures and great sages like Narada Muni, who carries the Veena. That is my solemn vow. But if anyone in the world, bowed down with love, worships Sri Radha, whose sweet name showers mankind along with Sri Krishna, aho, I will wash that person's lotus feet and joyfully drink the water, carrying it on my head every day. Curses, or curses on the fool who wants to give up Radhika's service only to accompany Govinda. He is like someone who desires the full moon without the full moon night. The Lord's sweetness is incomplete and feeble without Radha's company, just as the moon is incomplete and dim without all of its 16 faces. Alas, why should I see Govinda, the moon of Nanda's clan, in such a state? Sri Radha is the seed of the stream of love for Krishna that is unrivaled in all of the three worlds. If anyone desires to love Krishna without her grace, then, oh brother, I will tell you what's the result. He only gets one drop of the great nectar ocean of love for Krishna that he searches for. Prabodhananda says, I know for sure that everything is attained at the shelter of Radhika's feet. And verse 80. No, it's working. No, he turned off. Turn on. It's working.
Other is not working.
Oh, I don't know.
Ask to him.
Yes, the cable is just touch a little bit the cable and don't stop to work.
Working?
No.
Change the cable and check.
Connection. Check it.
Then they say stop it. It's not open. And the guy stop it.
First we know that Krishna is the king. Now we know that
If Krishna is not a supreme, then I will not realize so.
Now we know that
Then it's the first step. And then, if I want to move that direction, then I have to identify soul, my sarup. Then I have to develop relation with Krishna. That is Gopi Bhav. And Gopi Bhav means female nature. Purusha Abhiman will go. We have to break our ego of Purusha. If the Purusha Abhiman is there, I'm female body, male conscious. Is a Purusha Abhiman. Okay?
So see, the one, yes, but the other I have to change the thing.
Change now.
This one is okay.
Change other cable, take it out.
Now,
And change this one. I will give you now 50.
now we know that is Viravalita. It's prince. So it's not the king.
No.
When we come
Before not understand.
okay.
Then we become Krishna, I start liking. I want to be close with Krishna. And Krishna is everything to me. As a God, as a relation. 90% not God, only God. No relation. Wrong teaching. So what is my goal? Guru is my goal. And God is not my goal, impersonal. Check that mind working on that, in that God. You took out the wire.
this one is.
Now you check from that wire.
We have the white, the mic.
Jump down and check.
If this one is working, you change the cable to this one. The mic is working. The problem is the platform.
Change the
Plug it.
that point. We are not working.
The glasses. On.
Bring out. Bring out.
Or is it the first?
Bring out. Where the black spot has to be.
The first one. This one is problem.
No problem. Your setting is problem. Come, give me.
This one like this will work. If I change to
Please,
the first one,
please, quietly. Where is the point? Like a spot you see? Yeah.
Mike, he said.
Black spot is you see. Here some black spot.
No. Black spot is stopping here. On the top, black spot. You have to put it in the black spot. This one also black spot, black spot, black spot.
Huh? Where is the black spot? Where is the black spot?
There's one here. This one always in the top, like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then this one.
This one is right. This one is okay.
Then now my guy.
Okay.
You change this twice, it will not go. सब्जी में क्या क्या
सब्जी कल मैं लाई हूँ
क्या सब्जी है
बैगन परवल
वो है सजाना
सजना नहीं है बाजार
तो पहले का सजाना खराब हो गया
वो थोड़ा से बचा था तो बना दी आपके लिए देखी सजना खाने को मन है
मिलेगा मंदिर में क्या क्या है कल दोपहर क्या है गाड़ी
हाँ तो मंदिर का तो बैगन नहीं लाए
और क्या क्या
आए टमाटर भी नहीं आए टमाटर नहीं था इसलिए
क्या सब्जी क्या है बताओ कटहल है कटहल की सब्जी कटहल का सब्जी है रोटी
मेरा आप ना उतना मोटा वाला नारियल मत खाइए
मोटा होगा तो नहीं देगा
हाँ मोटा वो पानी भी खराबी करते हैं नारियल भी खराबी
नहीं हमको बताया डॉक्टर पेट इतना हो रहा है
हाँ तो पीजिए आप पानी जिसमें नारियल ना बना
नहीं हमको पतला नारियल सांस
पतला नारियल तो है नहीं इतना मोटा नारियल वो पानी भी गर्म करते हैं
नहीं तो मोटा नारियल हो तो उसका चटनी बना दो उसका चटनी बना
मोटा है ना
नारियल I say you the spot you have to fix there. You make the spot, both are working or not?
Yes, it's working.
पतला सांस निकला कि नहीं देखो
मैं तो देख के आ रही हूँ
नहीं तो उसको नारियल वो बनाओ सांस और पानी भेज दो कटहल छोटा छोटा हो तो बनाना है तो
मैं
उसको
काट के देख रही हूँ कैसा हो
नहीं तो दे आप मंदिर में Any question? Ask.
I'm wondering, how do I get what you want to see the guru so some time ago? How do I get to my sarup? Can you give me?
Not like this. You have to practice.
Yes.
You have to chanting. You have to Diksha mantra. And when I will realize that you've really grown up, you interest in love with the Vrindavan, then I think. If Germany is interesting, it will not work. It will dry up. I see many people. They keep marjanam, cheto darapanam marjanam. First word, my chitta has to clean all the time. Like you go to the bathroom and you take hot water bath and you want to see the same mirror face, you cannot see. You have to clean it. So much chitta is foggy that they cannot see the reality. They run for the unreality to see. This is our situation. I was sleeping, 2 days I have to sleep because of this. Then I'm calculating myself that when I was young, I think when I will old, then I will renounce myself. This is the time for enjoyment. When I was young, I can capable, I cannot do. Then I am running for the Maya. My body not working, mind not remembering, and now I will try to find out my life. I miss my real chance. Then I start researching where I lose my chances. All from my plastic body creation. My father, mother, my children, daughters, wife, family. These are the more important for me than Radha Mohan. So what is this? Where I am running, where I will not get one day. They will bring me to graveyard. I am running for that.
Is serving my family not also when I do
I am
it?
serving your family who I am to serve. If I cannot serve to the goal, how I can serve my family? Is also there is hidden reason behind that. My benefit is the reason that I got the appreciation that I am the best. Try to understand. I do my work because people like me, appreciate me. My ego want to listen that. Ego work. Then I do what is in my life. I cut all the relation because I was so much blocked in my family life. 9 months I don't fall to anyone. And I was South America. Took sannyas and run away. I don't run away in sannyas from the renouncing. I run away for Radha Mohan. I want to 100% service of it. From family I run away. And I become strong in 9 months. Cut relations. And I cut relations. Sitting here. I don't need to leave. They come to me. I never bother to go anywhere. This is cutting. If heart is not cutting, my desire is not cutting, I will never cut it. So I cut. Why? For one reason. Why? No other than that. And when he took to me, and I decide this, no problem. All problem finished in my life. Because I was honest for myself, And I can boldly travel to the Western world to give this reality. I have no personal interest for that. I know nobody broken English talking from the Radha Kund and Nand Barsane. They will not talk Gaudiya Vaishnava Rahasya. What Baba wants to say. So this message, seriously I pass on everywhere because I realize this words. I am not deeply talking. Only I am trying to inspire people to be loving, caring, service. Because you cannot talk in Western world about Radha, you cannot talk. It's not Radha's world. Raja is only Radha Rani you can talk. Understand? Where the really Krishna wants, what is really life can change. No other way. Krishna will create more desire inside us. What is ego, desire, all will come by Krishna. He is the creator. Material energy is whose energy? Who created material? That's it. You run for him, more material energy will come. You remember your life? When you are running for Krishna, how much energy comes?
I also like one book to growing children in Krishna consciousness. Now when I write again, I change a lot of things. Yes. Because first sentence I write that you must develop and come to Sattva Guna to be good parents, to be good devotees.
Out of gunas, we have to come out of.
I write what I learned.
To live in the gunas.
To be in Sattva, this is the top of life.
And then again come down and up and down.
Always try to be more slow.
This is the problem. Living in guna.
Before 2 days I was in my mother and I went to ask him, then for service, ask me where you are in Vrindavan. And I said that I in your Mula Mandir. And he asked me, you was in ISKCON or before or something like this? Because I said yes, I was more than 2 years in ISKCON. I'm missing Radha. And now I'm in Sadhu Maharaj. And he said, you're doing good. Everybody in Vrindavan say, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. And I was so happy. You decide very good. He talks to you. Thank you. Go out. This kind of love.
Shelter for all creatures. That Radhika is a shelter for all creatures, emotions, all creatures. So he always try to find this place to get the shelter for all senses. Krishna also looked to try to find the shelter like this was the shelter in darkness. Chapter.
This way we can see how Baba was fixed. And fixed in his Radha touch. Right there. Rupa Goswami, what is last book?
Ujjvala Nilamani. Last book, Ujjvala Nilamani. No, Utkalika Vallari. Utkalika Vallari, sorry, Guru. Utkalika Vallari.
By surprise. We cannot find anything there. I try to find. And his last book. Read and try to find out about what to do in our sadhana. Same. Anandas always used to translate. You explain me there what practice I have to do. When Michael started reading this book, I understand he became Kapoor. He don't understand the essence, what to do, become.
I understand. Rupa Goswami.
Then his disciple can how explain it? Guru cannot explain, disciple explain. Guru is talking and he cannot explain what to do. And disciple is explaining. At the time of writing, he is teaching. Rupa Goswami. As a teacher, he is writing. As a disciple, he go deep to realize it. And he know the heart of the Rupa Goswami. And he writes that. If you want to understand Guru, you see his disciple. He will act like his Guru. If you know act, means he is not following. He has to act like that. He takes the mood. Disciple take the mood of Guru. Same mood it will come to him. So, Rupa Goswami, disciple, was Raghunath Das Goswami. He took all the mood and inner things of Rupa Goswami and he explained it. And every place he is watching, you find it. This is the day. There, no second book is there. Show me any second book. No second. No can write. No can. Oh. Today you are going. Or you extend your ticket.
I cannot. But the next time will be.
When next month coming?
It's too hot. No, if I extend it, I have to stay another 2 weeks. And my mom had eye surgery on the 16th. So it's very hard.
Okay. Surgery? Eye surgery,
Yeah.
minor. This is not a mother problem. You are so serious.
Not my mother's problem.
Huh?
If I stay, I'll have to stay another 2 weeks because no sleep. Great.
That's right. ठीक है तो 9 or 10. You say to Prashant Bhaiya, arrange car.
Yeah, I did.
You see, Adilila Kotan. Then I want to show one thing. What is my realization? You read very slow. I cannot listen. You have to. I listen. Somebody said, then I can show one thing. Very my realization. Give to Maharani. She loves. I 100 times say like that. Page 4. Now I am realizing on this Adilila Kotan. And this is my practice.
Which text? From
But
the beginning.
from this,
From the beginning.
give the mic to her. It's very important. Words by words, listen. My deep realizations going on. Listen. Prabhupada is not Anandas Babaji. You understand how to fix it. Both mic are good. And now both are good. One mic gives, no other. Oh, not either. I am good and I have whole day class. Whole day I am saying I cannot leave and back. Night time, how much I sleep?
Not so much.
How much?
Last night,
Huh?
well, you woke up maybe every hour about you woke up.
Difficulty for you with me.
Huh?
Your difficulty. You are not sleeping. Okay.
The confidential reasons.
Little distance or loud.
The confidential reasons for
No touch, please. If you touch, all will come.
That is development. Accept the paper.
the confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Understand. What is confidential? If you want to know confidential, then it is important. Prabhupada must see that much. Go on.
In this chapter of the epic Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has stressed that Lord Chaitanya appeared for three principal purposes of his own. The first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental love of Sri Krishna. Lord Krishna is
Read again this one.
In this chapter of the epic Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami
Give
has
the mic to
stressed
Baba.
that Lord Chaitanya appeared for three principal purposes of his own. The first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental love of Sri Krishna.
What is meaning?
Like you said, that Krishna himself, he cannot understand himself, so he has to take on the path and the mood of Swamini. He can only...
No, only explain this like not go up and down.
Okay.
One by one like.
Krishna wants to relish the position of Srimati Radharani because she has the highest love and he wants to feel what she feels. What is her position? She is the greatest reciprocator. That means in exchange, she experienced the highest love.
Lord Krishna is the reservoir of transcendental loving transactions with Srimati Radharani.
Explain.
So Krishna is the reservoir of transcendental loving exchanges with Srimati Radhika. That means Krishna enjoys all kinds of rasa, but he enjoys the highest rasa.
No, sorry. What is life? You have to explain that.
Okay.
No one word outside.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Lord Krishna is the reservoir of transcendental loving transactions with Srimati Radhika. So he is the reservoir of all exchanges with Srimati Radhika.
Understand?
Krishna
received that love.
Yes.
Reservoir. He stores that love. But he doesn't understand Radhika's love. After that, how she loves.
The subject of those loving transactions is the Lord himself, and Radharani.
No.
The subject is the subject.
What she said up to subjects,
The subject of those loving transactions is the Lord Himself.
Bas. Explain.
So the subject is Krishna. He is in the center. He is the subject of the love.
Huh?
The love is flowing to Krishna. He is the subject of the love.
Subject means?
That the love is centered around him.
Go more, read full line there.
And Radharani is the object.
I don't know much further.
No explain. If you not understand, then it's very difficult to understand Chaitanya. Up to now, we know that he is the object, Krishna is the object.
Okay. Yes, okay. And now I understand. Now Radhika is the object of all our
life.
Yes.
Before God is the object.
Yes. Sorry. Now I understand.
It's the subject.
Yes.
Now God becomes subject to realize object.
To understand. Radhika. Thank you.
Understand?
Thank you, brother.
This is the key. If he's not understanding, it's not clear. Many devotees have to clear this subject. They don't believe it. Never happened this. God is object.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, if you want to know Mahaprabhu, you have to change this. God becomes subject.
He wants to know. He wants to know.
And she becomes object. Yes, God becomes Radhika. He is the object. Love is the object and God is the subject.
Thank you.
Go on. Understand or not? Very difficult, this point to understand. I 5 days I have to discuss one person, I don't want to say, to understand this is a subject and object. It's a subject is the goal.
Yes. For many years, Krishna was our.
And so subject is Krishna, object is we are the object. No.
Yes.
Object is object, subject is subject. Right or not? Clear or not? Totally changed.
Yes.
Never happened. So, Prabhupada is writing. Go on.
Thus, the subject, the Lord, wanted to relish the loving mellow in the position of the object, Radharani.
But the one who was always the subject, Krishna, he now wants to experience the object, Radhika.
Love.
Yes.
How he can do? My question, how he can do that? No. His logic not. It's a logic that you know understand. How he can do that? My question is this.
We got the subject.
Go read.
The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna is all sweetness. Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime.
Wow. Supreme. Or 10. You see that? Read again this.
The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna is all sweetness.
No doubt in this.
Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime. And to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality of Radharani.
How he accepts this mentality.
So that is the giving. The giving.
Now, mentality, how he can accept? He become Radhika or what? They are one. आलू का रसा बना, परवल आलू का और तो कुछ खाइए नहीं।
वो भी तो आप खा लीजिए, भैया के लिए तहरी वहरी खाते हैं ना, इसलिए लाए।
तो तहरी बना दो क्या?
You said
थोड़ा थोड़ा बनाना सब कुछ खाए।
You said that he will.
टमाटर का चटनी और रायता। टमाटर का चटनी और रायता।
नारियल की चटनी नहीं बनाओ।
नारियल का रखो अभी बाद में बनाना, उसमें क्या?
You said when we arrived, he can only experience that in the position of a manjari.
That to see. Go on. If we become Radhika, then where is Krishna? How he will experience? If he took the mood of Radhika, then Krishna become Radhika. Then Radhika will be Krishna.
Very, very deep worded.
Prabhupada would say.
The third reason that Lord Chaitanya appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani.
Wow.
The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company and he enjoyed the company of Radharani. But the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani than to Krishna.
Read again.
The Lord thought that the third reason that Lord Chaitanya appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani. The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company, and he enjoyed the company of Radharani. But the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Sri Radharani than to Sri Krishna.
Three reasons. Understand this reason? What?
So here, Krishna wants to enjoy the bliss felt by Radhika because in the exchange of both, she always feels more than he himself.
So first reason. Yeah? Read?
First reason.
No. Go on.
Radharani felt more transcendental pleasure in the company of Krishna than he could understand without taking her position. But Sri Krishna to enjoy, but for Sri Krishna to enjoy in the position of Srimati Radharani was impossible, because that position was completely foreign to him.
Oh, line by line you are reading? Again read. From beginning. From beginning.
Very beginning.
Yes.
In this chapter, the epic Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has stressed that Lord Chaitanya appeared for three principal purposes of his own. The first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental love of Sri Krishna. Lord Krishna is the reservoir of transcendental loving transactions with Srimati Radharani. The subject of those loving transactions is the Lord himself, and Radharani is the object. Thus, the subject, the Lord, wanted to relish the loving mellow in the position of the object, Radharani. The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna,
first reason.
The first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani.
Yes.
Who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental love of Sri Krishna.
Only Krishna. He has only exchange in between them. So this is Chaitanya. Radha and Krishna. So Chaitanya took the mood of Radha. Maybe Krishna is Chaitanya. He took the mood of Radhika. He becomes subject. Means he took the mood of object. Why I go to Gurudev? He is my object. I take the mood of Gurudev. If he is not my object, why I will take this mood? And Chaitanya discovered himself in Radha Bhav. He did not want to go out of that subject. This is Chaitanya. Maybe this is Krishna also. Mahaprabhu means Krishna. He wants to come to relish this mood, right? As a Chaitanya. The Chaitanya took the mood of Radhika and covered himself with Radhika. Means I will never think out of that. I will follow it your way. Is clear or not? Clear or not?
Your story said it's like sandwich.
Yes. Yes. So I will not go out from you.
You can say the first reason is to become the subject and not the object.
Subject means I want to take your mood. Like a guru. I'm your student. Now I want to learn from you.
And before that, only Krishna was the object, before Mahaprabhu came.
Yeah.
Radha is my guru.
Huh?
Radha is my guru.
Radha is my guru.
Now he said Radha is my guru. I took the mood of Radha. Ami Shichana. One sloka is there. Radha is my guru and I am his student. How she said to dance, I dance.
Govinda Maharaj said this many times.
The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna is all sweetness. Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime. And to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality of Radharani.
Here Radharani is mentioned, but here Manjari Bhav is there. Read it. Krishna become Manjari. Yes.
The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna is all sweetness. Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime. And to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality of Radharani.
This is how he can accept Radharani and how he can see himself without becoming third. Read again. The third person, Krishna becomes third person is watching. Third person can watch what you're doing. How Krishna will watch? Then Krishna is not in loving manner. Understand?
The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself.
Himself. You want to know himself also. And he can understand the
Lord Krishna is all sweetness.
Yeah.
Rather,
how he will understand his sweetness? No, listen. It's a very sensitive thing. Yeah.
Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime. And to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality.
Mentality and become like that is different. Who will accept the mentality of Radhika?
Mantra, Tatatmika.
Please can underline this word, I don't forget.
Only the mantras can feel what Swamini is feeling, right?
You now become Radhika, then how you can feel? It has to be clear. If it's doubtful, mind will not digest. We will never understand anything.
Sublime. Highest. Very high.
Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime.
No, half thought, no.
The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna's.
You want to know himself also. Not only Radha, then he can know. But he want to know himself, his position, and Radhika's position. How he can know this? How you will know both of your position when you fight, when you love, when you change, when some maid servant is not near to you. They will understand.
He must be a third personality, because otherwise Chaitanya is an individual and he took both of them, but he is still a separate individual. I understand that. Gurudev, may I say something? Prabhupada 2, 3 times he says in morning walk and in lectures that actually very similar, if I remember correctly, Krishna came as a devotee. Of course, he is not a devotee, but he came as a devotee in Mahaprabhu to experience this mood Radhika's experience. So you are right. He is not fully Radhika, not fully Krishna, but he is himself as Mahaprabhu is a third entity, which is...
Because he cannot say Manjari.
Yes, but he's practicing. He's practicing Manjari.
Oh, he can write.
Yeah. Many times in the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Oh, he can write his lines.
He does, Gurudev. Sometimes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it comes out that Mahaprabhu is behaving as a Manjari. Many times, several times it comes out.
Mahaprabhu, no. Krishna wants to do this. Krishna is Manjari.
Yes.
Who's Mahaprabhu here? All there are 3 games playing inside Chaitanya.
Yes.
Radha, Krishna, and this. He's covering.
Yes. And he's the third one. He's the third individual.
Yeah. Sometimes he's Radha Bhav, sometimes he's in Krishna Bhav, sometimes he's in Manjari Bhav. It's not one Bhav. 3 in 1.
So one has to experience all these things. That is the third one.
Yes. Without that, no Mahaprabhu understands. Read again. For them, clear. Make it clear. I say, I also forget to explain. It's so tricky.
It's very high.
I'm reading every week this.
Tarun, did you see that before with the 3 person?
Not really, but when I heard that Prabhupada said, and also Baba said,
actually, forget this. We have to every week read this. That to meditate, if you want to be clear in Raga Bhakti. This is my sadhana these days.
Because he has to be a separate entity. It needs to be a separate entity. Otherwise, there is no reason for Mahaprabhu to exist. He's not just a combination. He is a combination, but he's also a separate identity, 100%. And eternally too. So this is mind-boggling, you know. Yeah.
Now, but explain this, that he's also devotee.
Yes.
We don't...
devotee means what we can say. We are not devotee that time.
Yes.
Honestly, we are not practicing devotion. He said devotee is he cannot say Radha Krishna, he cannot say he's a great devotee.
And you are right, Gurudev. It cannot be Krishna and it cannot be Radha. It has to be someone else. And that is Mahaprabhu.
Somebody who takes the feelings of Krishna and for Radha.
Mainly Radha.
Mainly Radha. But no
Radha was the object.
Yes. Radha is object.
No subject.
Yes.
Who has a life of Krishna object, God object, we cannot understand.
But Gurudev, honestly speaking, this is only possible for like someone like you, Rasika devotees, to explain. Because this, when you say that he has to be a third identity, it can only lead to Manjari Bhav, because nobody else can feel what the Manjaris feel. Tadatmika means...
Radhika cannot feel, Radhika can feel Krishna, but she don't feel hers.
Yes, I understand.
This is Anandas Babaji teaching.
Yes.
After that I understand.
Yes. It must be someone else.
Krishna cannot feel himself.
Yes. Yes.
What he is doing.
And Radhika has not need to cover herself with her own bath.
But Radhika, he feel Radhika, but he don't understand that Radhika so much love she do. That was the reason of appearance. The first reason, second reason.
Very good point.
Huh?
Very deep point.
What is the underline you do?
Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime, and to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality of Radharani.
You see? Mentality is a Manjari text.
Sadatmika.
Manjari not become Radhika, but take the Tadatmika.
So like he also could then feel maybe like, you know, this Rupa Manjari got bitten, so he also can feel what Radhika has been.
Yes.
We should be very careful. It's very secret.
No secret. Boldly hammer this.
Boldly is represented.
By read of Prabhupada books and boldly hammer.
Hammer.
Without hammering, it will not open.
Yes.
It's Rahasya. Prabhupada Rahasya. I don't read much book, but when I read, I stop myself. It's so beautiful. Wow. Third reason is more interesting.
The third reason that Lord Chaitanya appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani.
Wow.
That is a clear sign, Gurudev. That is a clear sign. The bliss Radhika enjoys is only experienced by others. And even more so.
The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company, and he enjoyed the company of Radharani. But the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani than to Krishna.
So therefore he takes the side of Manjaris.
Listen, word once.
Yeah.
Radharani,
No rush.
Yeah, no rush.
Radharani felt more transcendental pleasure in the company of Krishna than he could understand without taking her position. But Krishna was to enjoy But for Krishna to enjoy in the position of Srimati Radharani was impossible, because that position was completely foreign to him. Krishna is the transcendental male, and Radharani is the transcendental female. Therefore, to know the transcendental pleasure of loving Krishna, Lord Krishna himself appeared as Lord Chaitanya, accepting the emotions and bodily luster of Srimati Radharani.
That is Manjari. It's for him, foreigner, to be a Manjari. To Radhika, so he took Manjari. Read again. Try to understand. Radhika to understand difficult without becoming Manjari.
The third reason that Lord Chaitanya appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani. The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company and he enjoyed the company of Radharani. But the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani.
आरती में इनको रहना चाहिए
आरती
हाँ
रोज बात पहले मेरा उधर
The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company and he enjoyed the company of Radharani, but the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani than to Sri Krishna. Radharani felt more transcendental pleasure in the company of Krishna than he could understand without taking her position. But for Sri Krishna to enjoy in the position of Srimati Radharani was impossible because that position was completely foreign to him.
To become Radha is very complete.
Krishna is the transcendental male and Radharani is the transcendental female.
Right. How female love to understand without becoming Radha Kasi. Understand? Female has how much love is to understand becoming Radha Kasi.
Therefore, to know the transcendental pleasure of loving Krishna, Lord Krishna himself appeared as Lord Chaitanya, accepting the emotions and bodily luster of Srimati Radharani.
That is Manjari. And he come to teach Unnatujjal Rasa, Bhakti Shre. This is Manovisthan. His art of
because he is relishing him itself, right? Himself he is relishing.
Without this foundation, not possible. Keep in mind this. This is a very heavy blockage. People say, where is Manjari Bhav Maishari? whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. You watch Radha Bhav, Krishna Bhav,
So Gurudev, how can anyone tell Prabhupada is a Saka after understanding this?
who is a nonsense? They are there.
Yes.
Who want to, they are Guru and others.
So clear. So clear.
Upper Sampradaya Prabhupada
Yes.
is not in our. My Guru is the only Guru.